Hey, so one hell of a day. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm gonna go. A friend of mine used someone else to put in a door, and things didn't go well. So I'm gonna go and find out what happened. So, yeah, I went down to the city this morning, and boy, was that an ordeal. So today is the third day that the city is in the neighborhood. Not using my terminology, but someone else's, hitting the neighborhood. I did talk with, and I'm not going to say anybody's names. I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble, nothing like that. But I talked with a higher up of a sort, and showed him pictures of what my house looks like from the road. Showed him, and he sent back what he was emailed. And what happened was that inspector or officer, whoever came out to my house, did close-up pictures of very small patches of my yard. And I said, well, here's the same day. I have it on video. I walked around my entire yard. I says, but here's a picture of the same day, and here's a picture of this morning. I said, I purposely didn't cut my grass because I wanted to measure it. And, he's like, well, you can't get stuck on the 15. I was like, well, it does. That's the city ordinance, the city law. And if you're going to have a law, you have to abide by what it says. You can't just make up your own rules. But what saved me in particular is not the fact that, one, it was unjustly done. I did end up having a third officer come out to my property who was a supervisor of a sort. And he came out and he says, you shouldn't have never had a violation. And he did, what was the exact terminology? He said he's going to have it withdrawn, so it was never, as if it never happened. So, and I have his card, but I'm not going to show you his name. Again, I'm not trying to start no crap. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble. I'm just trying to let people know that mistakes are made by everybody. So, that being said, in fact, let me back up. I got in a conversation with my mom, and she's like, why does all this stuff always happen to you? And I was like, I try to tell people all the time, there is so much random, unique things that happen to me for whatever my frequency is in the world, whatever my aura tells other people how to react. I never get a fair shake. Okay, I'm always running into problems with, we've never had this before. So, that's just been, and that what makes me good at taking care of problems, because my entire life has been a problem. I've always had these weird things that, have never happened before, but it all, weird stuff happens to me. I have found ways to overcome it, just like with this right here. But needless to say, without getting too drawn out, they did input the claim. So, like, the notice I got was, and I hope this is coming across. I'm trying to say this right here. The notice that was given to me was for excess vegetation, but they were sending out a letter, which I had, since I went up to the office, they printed one out, and that one says is for what was the exact wording of it? Oh, that's the wrong paper. I got a bunch of papers when you go to the city. The exact wording was garbage, trash, rubbish, and or debris. But I had none in my yard, so anyway, they ended up removing the citation against my house. Now, that being said, my neighborhood is still not safe from the individuals that are unjustly putting things on people's property. So there still is an issue, because 3 days now they've been in that neighborhood and just putting up violations everywhere. Because whenever I talked to one of the superiors, I was telling them about how the people the day before I got my notice were going in people's backyards and opening up fences and things like that, and they're not supposed to do that, and I kind of called them out on it. And then it was, the next day I get a violation when, I personally don't think I should have got one. Here or there, it's been corrected. But, and I said, you know, I was talking with the high up. I was like, hey, you know, if you look at it from my side, if you look at it as, you know, you confront a city person and ask what they're doing and why are they doing it, you know, this way when they're not supposed to be doing it that way. He even said they're not supposed to enter in your backyard. And I said, then the next day you get a violation. I was like, you can see what that looks like. I mean, even though you don't agree with it and you're limited on what you can tell, you know, what you can say, I was like, you do see what it looks like. He's like, I'm not going to judge on that. I'm not going to comment on that. I was like, yeah, you can not comment, but I know you know what I'm talking about, you know. So anyways, that's all done. And then this weekend, not because of this, I have been thinking about this a long time. I have been making my little pro and con little list and everything else. So, but I'm talking about how I want to change my life and how I want to. Wait a minute, where am I going? Hold on a second, let me think. Yep, I'm going the wrong damn direction. So, but I was, I'm not saying 100% it's going to be done, but I am going to go ahead and start the process of selling my house. So, I do have a number that I'm very firm on, and if I get it, then my house is sold. If I don't, then I'll have to kind of make a judgment call on what they can give me compared to what I want. But I was thinking, I really want to do something with this channel, and I keep telling everybody, you know, as soon as I get this done, I'll be able to do what I want to do. As soon as I get this done. And I found out a way that if I sell my house, I can sidestep a lot of aspects of what I'm having to do the day-to-day on and just do it. So basically, to prove a point of how serious I am about trying to make this channel something that can help out people and hopefully uplift people and show them that, you know, being oppressed is not a way to live, you know, having freedom. I'm willing to sell my own damn house to do this. So, yeah. I've already called 2 realtors and had one offer that's already set in stone. It's below what I want, but I already got a cash offer on the table for someone to buy my house. I says, how long would I have? They said that we can have it done in 20 days, 3 weeks. So it's ready to go, and that would, you know, help me out on getting my teeth done. You know, it helped me on a lot of aspects, but it also helped me on to be able to solely devote myself into, you know, being able to make a proper channel out of this. You know, for someone who cites people for all the damn problems with a few weeds of uncut grass, they need to fix the damn roads around here. I could take you down some roads and you wouldn't even be able to see the damn projection from the camera. It's so damn bumpy. But anyways, so as far as my particular case, I'm good. I am going to call at the end of the week just to verify that it never happened. So I want to make sure, and I got his name, phone number, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully everything goes good. You know, hopefully they do what they said they were going to do. Oh, and let me clarify one thing. The notice itself isn't a bad thing, but it's the little wording at the bottom, and I think I touched on this before. But the higher up, he confirmed what my suspicions were. Because I asked him the question. I said, hey, this on the bottom, you know, you got a 15-day grace period to fix the first-time offense, correct? He goes, yeah. I was like, so within a year time period, if anything else happens, there's no grace period, correct? He goes, yep. I said, so in theory, not saying you guys would do it, but in theory, if someone had an offense, whether it's real or fraudulent or whatever, and they just fixed it and didn't do anything to get rid of it, and then the city came by and did it again, and in the case of my case, you know, let's say it was questionable, but they decided to go ahead and send out a crew and charge $500 to cut the grass, which that's what it costs. And he's like, yeah, they can do that, but we don't ever do that. I was like, I'm not saying you did, I'm just saying, but the law says you can. He goes, yes, in theory, yes. So now, if, big giant if, not saying this would ever happen, but if, you know, an investor went and talked with a city person and said, hey, you know, we're thinking about doing something, but we need some area, and this here, you know, this is low income housing, and, you know, this really isn't, you're not making a bunch of tax money off of it. You know, hey, if you can kind of get some of these houses to kind of disappear and get them fines, and maybe we can foreclose on them, and maybe we can, you know, then I'll buy them up, and, you know, we'll start the process. I mean, no movie has ever been made about such a, you know, a ridiculous idea. I mean, this is all just, you know, a thought exercise that would never happen in the real world. Never. I mean, there is nobody out there that's that evil. But, you know, let's say if that would be a really good way, you know, just thinking outside the box here, but it would be a really good way to get property is just having some nuisance paperwork written on them, people not following up, and then next thing you know, they're getting fined and having people, you know, $500 here, $500 there, and then you can't make a payment, or you ignore it, and then, you know, the fees build up, and so yeah, but I'm 99.97% that no one would ever do anything that ridiculous. So that's a nice Grand Prix. Oh my God, I just dropped my phone down the... This is like the 5th time this morning I have dropped my phone in between the seats. It's not so bad if I didn't have fat ass hands. Ooh, nice power wagon too. I mean, they got some nice cars in this neighborhood. They got the road blocked off, so I can't go my normal way to get to the house. Excuse me. Damn it, man. Yeah. Anyways, I'm a little distracted while trying to get through all this. They got me going down on some weird road, and people are parked in the road, so you can't get around, and no one else is stopping. I love how people park the wrong direction in the road. Haha! And he's a city official. Go figure. Oh, me and the city are not getting along today. Oh, God. So, the video yesterday, how was the little square? Like I said, I've been trying to edit. So what I did is I edited 2 videos together and spliced them together. And I don't even know how it happened, but somehow it ended up a tiny little box. So I am, like I said, I'm trying to learn how to edit and failing miserably. For whatever reason, my brain... once it connects, I'm gonna be dead on point. I'm gonna have some great stuff, but until my brain flicks that little switch, I struggle with some things. Case in point, there's a game, anybody's ever had an old PC knows it. It's Minesweeper, and it's a whole bunch of little blocks, and you hit it and it comes up with numbers, and then you end up hitting a bomb and it blows up. And most people, I'm not gonna say most, let's give you credit, about half the people I know never played a game because they can't understand it. They're like, I don't get it, it's a stupid game. And including myself, I was like that. I was like, I don't get this game. And one day, I was sitting there playing it, and my brain clicked. It just went, I suddenly understand the entire game now. Like, I know it all. And I started playing it, and now I do speed runs. And if you've ever played the game on your phone, like at medium difficulty, where I think it's a 60 block or something like that, I forget the exact number, but I actually have like 49 seconds or 46 seconds. I got it screenshotted on my phone. But yeah, I do speed runs in Minecraft or Minesweeper now. So, but it's how people's brains think about things. Just like, for instance, this whole thing with the city. You know, most people would say, "Oh, let me just, you know, cut the grass," and they'll come by and check it later and everything's fine. But, you know, I actually took time, went on to the, you know, the city ordinance, looked at their bill, and if anybody wants to look it up, I put it in the, it's chapter 518, with 518.202. That's the Jacksonville Ordinance Code, chapter 518, part 2, improved and unimproved lots, exterior conditions of residential and commercial properties. So I guess I might have to learn how to read out loud too. God damn it, I'm so broken. Anyways, there's a tree hanging down in the middle of the road. Am I gonna hit it? Nope, I didn't hit it. No, I think you might be able to see. It hanging down in the mirror, or in the thingamajigger camera. But yeah, I was not expecting to be in this random damn stuff. I might have to call her and let her know I'm stuck somewhere in BFE. But anyways, that's an update for what's happening with the city, update on the crazy video I put out Sunday, and the biggest update of them all, I am now trying to sell my house to finance a non-profitable YouTube career. So, and to fix my teeth. But I talked with my mom about it too, and I explained what's going on, and even she's like, all I've ever really done is, like, I go there to sleep and to take a shower, but the rest of the time it's been just excess storage. I mean, my whole backyard was storage. My house, technically right now my house is storage for the clothes. That's just because it's air conditioned. So, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and I was planning on renting the house out, because I'm not using the house. And I've already considered on renting the house out anyways, and I did the math on it. And for what I could sell it for with the lowball offer, it gives me 4.5 years of not having to worry about a bill at all. That being said, I'm still going to make money. I'm still going to be doing things, so that will be extended quite a bit. But it gives me 4.5 years of not having to worry about a damn thing at all. And that's only at 100,000. I'm going, like I said, I got an offer of 151. So that's me blowing 51,000 and still having 4.5 years of not one bill. And that's if I'm not disciplined with my money. Which now at this point in my life, I'm a lot more disciplined than I ever was before. So, but yeah, it's and then the other thing is, if I was to rent the house out at the highest rate I could rent it at, which is $1,300 a month, and most people don't think I can get that, but a couple said I'd be in between $1,000 to $1,300 a month. But it would take me 10 years to make the lowest offer, and that's not including taxes and management fees and liability insurance and all these other things I would have to pay for that would chip away. And if anything was to break or happen in the meantime, it would be something that it would be taken away from that money that I'd get renting it out. So it'd take me 10 years of rental to get to the lowest offer now. And I have no idea what the future is going to hold. I don't know if I'm doing a good thing or a bad thing right now. I really don't know. But right now, it just feels right to sell. And I'm going to go down that avenue. But that being said, my number is not 151. I'm not going to sell it for that much. Or that little, I should say. But I do have a number. It's not over 200. So, and I'm definitely in the realm of being realistic with the number. But for what I paid for the house, in fact, for what I paid for the house, my biggest concern is I got to find out how I'm going to get taxed on the profit. Because if they're going to come through and tax 30% on the profit, I'm going to be like, whoa, wait a minute, or whatever the percentage is that they tax. Hopefully it's just 7% sales tax. I don't know, but I'm going to be making quite a bit of profit on this house. So quite a bit. But anyways, and I'm the guy who finds deals. I'm always finding deals. So it's kind of to a point like, I'll find a deal. I mean, hell, I'm driving around in a $200 truck. I got a whole bunch of Craftsman vacuums behind me, and even more stuff behind the vacuums, where I was buying a damn near next to nothing. Which reminds me, I gotta go shopping again. So, would you believe in this whole entire time I've driven less than a mile? Anyways, I think that's it for now. I'm gonna shut it down. Peace, love, money. I'm out.